Celtics organization. And Jaylen Brown comes out afterwards, and his moral of the story was Joel Embiid flops. The NBA's got to do something about this flopping. It's not a good look. It doesn't make the game. It gets fined $50,000 and buries the lead, which was you guys gave away a 3-1 lead and you couldn't hit shots. But he wants to point to Joel Embiid flopping. And in the words of the great Joel Embiid, first of all, I ain't no bitch.
No bitch.
Come on, dude. Take some accountability. You guys just lost. It had nothing to do with flopping.
Stop it.
Every sports season is built on preparation, studying the trends, making necessary adjustments to reach the ultimate goal. Investing deserves the same approach. With Webull, you have access to real-time market data, advanced tools, and an intuitive app designed to help you make informed decisions. Trade stocks, options, ETFs, and more, or set up an IRA for the long term, all in one platform. Get your financial portfolio game ready by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com.
Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures.
What's up, fools? Main event Jey Uso here from the WWE. When it's just me between matches, it's day one-ish. And that means it's Chumba time. With hundreds of casino-style games and new titles arriving weekly, there's always something fresh to try at Chumba Casino. The daily boosts make it even more fun. And have me about to get them all during my downtime. Ready for a fun way to chill out and enjoy a few minutes for yourself? Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T's and C's. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Your slowest spot this morning is a familiar one, I-35 northbound from 45 up to William Cannon. Right now adding about 10 to 12 minutes to that Wednesday morning commute. A couple of crashes off the highway, the newest ones on Pierce Lane at Circuit of the Americas, and ongoing cleanup for a wreck on Montopolis Drive at East Riverside Drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lorenz and Lorenz Personal Injury Attorneys.
I'm attorney Ted Lorenz. If you've been hurt in a car or truck wreck, Lorenz and Lorenz is here for you. We offer a free consultation and don't get paid until we win your case. Lorenz and Lorenz, we're on top of it. Austin, Texas.
Dave Matthews Band is coming to Moody Center. May 11th. On sale at livenation.com. Don't miss Dave Matthews Band Live.
The Milken Center for Advancing the American Dream is celebrating America's 250th One Dream at a Time. Next, Wolfgang Puck.
When somebody comes here with a new idea, with something new, people will accept it. I remember when I opened Spargo, for example, and we made this pizza with smoked salmon. Would I have made that in Milan or in Naples? They would have crucified me. Here, people are very open-minded.
Discover more at mcad.org.
Pantalones Organic Tequila. Because tequila is fun. Pantalones.
Hennion and Walsh was made for people like you. People who understand the value of experienced, highly skilled professionals. That's why you'll have access to a team of specialists to help you invest for the life you want. Why? You've earned it. We're Hennion and Walsh, and a team built around you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Heather Sparks, head of content at Zenith, discusses the power of radio hosts.
I actually think DJs were the original influencers. You invited them into your home. You invited them into your ear. You built a relationship with them. You understood and trusted the things that were interesting to them.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh, no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
A little lime, a lot of savings. Shop Specs Tequila sale today.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Beatles Now and Then, celebrating all things Beatles.
Together, you say goodbye, I say hello.
Legendary clips, deep cuts, live performances, and all their solo hits. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search the Beatles Now and Then and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
or wherever you may be. This is a way back Wednesday edition of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Texas football schedule looks to be one of the toughest in the country. The NBA playoffs get fired up once again. Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman joins us at 7:34 to talk all things Texas Longhorns. Texas baseball handles UTSA in the final midweek game of 2026. Austin Gamblers Hall of Famer G-Man Michael Gaffney joins us at 8 a.m. to talk about the PBR. The Big Ten is separating itself from all the others, and the Spurs look to bounce back tonight in San Antonio. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by a message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, we're going to give you a chance to leave a voicemail, but you got to use that talkback feature like the people did yesterday. Dominique, Mike, Chris, and Lauren got a chance to go to Texas baseball last night to get that victory, but they used a new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. They tapped that microphone and they told us why they wanted to go, and they won those tickets last night. So big-time stuff from the Texas Longhorns. But let's get into it. Texas football. We've talked about the expectations. We've talked about the talent and what a lot of people are looking at when it comes to the University of Texas. But one of the things we have not talked about, and it's a very important one, is that football schedule that Texas has. So CBS posted the fact that the Dallas Cowboys, that the University of Texas may have one of the toughest schedules in college football for a contender. Now, you understand about the rosters. You understand about the expectations of going into the season. But Texas, as of right now, has the toughest schedule in 2026 because they face 8 teams that were ranked in the the post-spring top 25. There are, believe 7 teams in this list that are part of the top 12 toughest schedules out there. Texas, number 1, face 8 opponents that are ranked. Oklahoma will face 7. Ole Miss 6, A&M 6, LSU 6. Georgia will face 5 opponents, and Alabama will face 4 opponents. Well, you start looking around. Texas, the number 3 team on there is Ohio State. Texas plays Ohio State. Texas plays Ole Miss, Texas A&M, LSU,
OU,
and OU. You start looking at all of these teams, and you're like, wow, this is a pretty tough schedule for the University of Texas. And that is why it is important, as they say, no days off. Got to stay locked in.
Texas is not entrusting it to the timid or the weak. They expect to have tough schedules. And the fact that 7 of the teams are in the SEC. So you're bound to play at least 3 or 4, but they're playing 8 teams?
That's what it says.
That is nuts.
Yeah, it's an interesting look that is ranked in the top 25. You start to look around, and they also on that list, we haven't talked about what Tennessee, the Volunteers, they're another team that is ranked pretty high as well. So Texas, that's the first game of the SEC season this year, is going to Knoxville, Tennessee, and being able to play in front of 100 and whatever, 10,000, whatever they bring to the stadium, and it's going to be loud in there. But, But as you mentioned, this is the conference that you wanted to be in. This is the conference that brings the best out of you, and you get a chance to compete right off the bat.
And there's advantages to being having a schedule that hard, is because even if you do slip up, knock on wood, it don't happen, but you have another game that you can win the next game against a ranked opponent and move right back up in the ranking. So that's the advantages. It's a disadvantage, but it's an advantage too.
Well, if you look around and you look at college football, and I remember that Coach Sark talked about it last year and said it'll be tough to go be an undefeated champion. Well, Indiana proved that myth wrong, and they were able to go undefeated.
Yeah, in 1 year.
And you start to look around, and I believe Indiana, who's championship, and we'll talk about the Big Ten in just a little bit because they are pretty dominant at this point. They found a way to get it done, but they did it through the transfer portal. You look at majority of their players, they came from somewhere else, and now they're getting this opportunity to come back and try to defend this. But you look at that game against Ohio State, and that is the measuring point. And I'm not looking past Texas State, and I don't want Texas State fans to be like, well, wait a minute, y'all play us the first game. We understand that. But nobody's talking about the Texas State game. They're talking about the Ohio State game because Ohio State is a team that has had Texas's number the last couple times that they have played each other.
Don't make no apologies for different fan bases that are based off of tribalism, Hardge. Like, if they were ranked in the top 25, then we would be mentioning them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not making no excuses. Like, you're not going to look over nobody. Texas wants to beat every team the same way.
Yeah, and you look at Texas as a whole and why the hype is so real about them. You start to understand that when you step on the University of Texas campus, you're going to get everybody's best shot. I saw that last night in Texas baseball. We see it all the time in every sport at the University of Texas because everybody wants to knock down the University of Texas. But it's even more than that because when you look at football and the way that this state moves and the game moves, it's all about football. And when this state has the flagship station, it's the flagship station. We're the home of Texas athletics, and the voice of Craig Way
Say it with your
is
chest.
the one that is the voice of Texas athletics. You start to truly understand what the opportunities are when you come here. When you come here, you're going to get everybody's best shot. But when you look at this schedule in the SEC and you look at the new faces and you look at as we talked about yesterday, Pete Golding being the new head coach at Ole Miss. You look at Lane Kiffin going to LSU, a team that has always had great athletes. always, regardless of who the coach is. And you start to look at that schedule. Josh Heupel trying to get things right at Tennessee. This and the gauntlet of Oklahoma. That's a rivalry game, no matter what the records are at that time of year. So this is a big, big season for the University of Texas, and the expectations are through the roof, regardless of who's on that schedule.
Yeah, I mean, Texas is one of those teams, though, Hard, just like it's a blue blood. You know, USC, Ohio State, Alabama, you know, you name those top teams. You're always going to get everybody's best shot because people think that you have an elitist type of feel to you. And in a way, they do. But like I just said, do you have to make apologies for greatness? Do you have to
people will challenge you on that, on the greatness stuff, because they haven't played for a national championship. They will challenge you on the greatness.
I mean the greatness of the university itself, and the teams that I named all have a leg up on everybody, financially, historically, and then now they all have really elite coaches. I didn't mention a team that didn't have a coach that is ranked really, really high. So they have like, it's walking into a house and you're looking for amenities. Man, it's got a jacuzzi tub. It's got double sinks. Like that, this university has all the amenities.
Why number one? Because I'm the one.
Because they're the one. And I don't believe that you should make apologies because you have it better. I just don't.
Well, again, I'm not making an apology. What I'm saying is Texas needs to win.
They do.
Because you can have all them amenities, but you still
no
ain't got
utilities.
You ain't got no hardware to put the things together.
Yeah,
and that's
you.
where people are looking at it and saying, you can boast about all that you have, but the one thing that you're missing is the one thing that you want, and that is a national championship.
That's right.
And that's where Texas is trying to make sure that they get to that point. We're just getting started on a way back Wednesday edition of the Morning Kickoff. Coming up next, we'll talk NBA action. We got busy last night. And of course, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman joins us at 7:34. And we'll talk some Texas baseball to end hour number one. And G-Man Michael Gaffney, the head coach of the Austin Gamblers, joins us at 8 a.m. Loaded day, folks, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football.
Touchdown! Texas wins!
We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football.
On 1300 The Zone. From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
A crash moved over to the right shoulder on Mopac southbound at 35th Street, but speeds are still pretty backed up starting from far west right now, about a 10-minute slowdown. A 15-minute out-of-your drive on I-35 northbound, you're backed up going from 45 up to William Cannon, but no issues over on 183 southbound going from 620 to 360. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leif Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to LeafJohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
If you care about predictions and props, right now, it's all about playoff pressure from the hardwood to the ice. BetOnline has always been the home of real sports wagering deep markets, sharp odds, and player props built for real fans. Basketball playoffs are heating up, stars taking over, series swinging on a single shot. And in hockey, it's all speed, grit, and sudden death moments where one goal changes everything. BetOnline delivers live betting and in-game odds that move with every bucket, every breakaway, every goal. BetOnline. Bet on.
How was your break? It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code FUTURE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUTURE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's FUTURE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
With iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio host's product recommendations. If you manage a business or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. Again, that's iHeartAdvertising.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em horns.
Welcome back here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Coming up in the next segment, we will have our guy Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. We'll talk all things Texas Longhorns. And don't forget, 8 a.m. famer and head coach of the Austin Gamblers, Michael G. Man Gaffney, will be joining us to talk about who we are as the championships are rolling, and there are some Austin Gamblers that have a chance to win a lot of money in the rodeo. Ooh. Right now, we're going to get into it because last night in the NBA, the Detroit Pistons, led by Cade Cunningham, was able to get the victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. They were at home. It was an important matchup. Cleveland gets to the next round after a great performance by former Texas Longhorn Jared Allen. Not so much in the first game of that matchup.
The complete opposite, as a matter of fact.
For sure. He finished with 2 points after having a double-double in the game before to get to this, and they come up short. And one of the questions that continues to be asked Is James Harden ever going to get over the top? Now, I'm not going to say it's game one. I'm not going to make too much of it. A lot of this stuff happens. They came off an emotional high in their victory. But for them to come out and play the way that they played and not get the same support that they had before, is this going to be a problem for the Cleveland Cavaliers?
It's going to be a big problem because now you have to have Donovan Mitchell step in and go, okay, when the clock gets down to 15, I think you need to either get me the ball or shoot it, because they're both so ball dominant with the dribbling. Like James, when it gets down to that point, he always just ends up jacking up some ridiculous shot rather than getting into the set. Get into the set as early as you can. And you just have to take the ball out of his hand. A lot of it was not just the fact that James Harden was being James Harden. Is the fact that Cade Cunningham, we just talked about this last week. He didn't play well like those first two games of the series, of the last series. I think he was still recovering from having that collapsed lung. He looks like the Cade Cunningham that we saw at the beginning of the season. And he was physically bodying up Harden. Harden ain't used to that hard work like that. You know, he tested him on both sides of the ball, and I think it threw him off.
Another issue is Harden's continuously turning the ball over.
Bing.
That is the big issue. He had 7 turnovers.
Yes.
Last night. He's had 43 this playoff.
Exactly.
He needs, if he can cut that in half, and that's still a lot. Cutting that in half is still a lot. They can go a whole lot further. They could be damaging if he can cut his turnovers down.
It's going to get worse, being that he's got Cade Cunningham in front of him. And Cade is not playing Donovan Mitchell yet. But I guarantee you, if Donovan Mitchell gets hot, they're going to switch.
Well, the thing about it is, Asur Thompson is a good defensive player too, so he poses a lot of problems too. Duran, he played really well. We always talk about what you're getting from Tobias Harris. He's been a guy that has shown up, but Duncan Robinson shot the ball well yesterday. They had 6 guys in double figures, and to Marcus's point, they had 19 turnovers as a team. Cleveland did, to only 11 turnovers by the Detroit Pistons. Harden had 7. Donovan Mitchell had 3. And then Dennis Schroeder, he comes off the bench and he's turning over the basketball as well. So when your point guards and your guys that are mostly handling the ball for you continue to turn the ball over, it's not a good look. And it changes the narrative of the way the game is going to be played. And you talked about it. James Harden is a guy that he disappears in big moments sometimes. When he first got there, he was deferring. He was passing the ball, and he was letting Donovan Mitchell go. But they know that Donovan Mitchell's going to go. So he has to assert himself sometimes. And you can look at the numbers and say, well, he had 20 points. And it's the moments of those points. It's the time where he needs to be in there. And I know that they're going to talk about it. And I saw Donovan Mitchell talking about the floppings and all this other stuff. James Harden is the king of flopping. James Harden, he shot a 3 yesterday and tried to kick his feet out and lost. He lost it. So, but to their point, last night, Cleveland only shot 16 free throws. Detroit shot 35.
Wow.
So that's a disparity to where they have to have that conversation about that. But I think a lot of it is they go to the basket.
Yeah.
Detroit goes to the rim.
Yeah, they attack. And Cleveland needs to do more attacking too. Rather than settling for jump shots, screen and go get down to the basket. They both have the ability to dribble themselves into good situations and get their own shots. Why not attack them early and get them in foul trouble? Because you got a big guy that he wants to defend the paint. So he's going to take chances at trying to block your shot. So just, they just have, I think some of it is coaching too. Let's not all just put it on the players.
In the playoffs?
In the playoffs?
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys.
Hey, why does Donovan Mitchell not go around screens? Detroit used to have it best. Go around the screen baseline, go around the screen on the perimeter. Remember Richard Hamilton?
But that was his game. That was Richard Hamilton's game.
But they can do that with Donovan.
But if that's not his game, then he's not going to be able to be effective with it. If you go back and look at Rip Hamilton, that's all he did. That mug was running the entire game. He's like Steph.
Yeah.
They run, and that's how their game is predicated. Donovan Mitchell needs the ball in his hands to be able to create, because that's how he rolls. Going to the other matchup, OKC defeats the Los Angeles Lakers 108-90.
Why are you smiling?
Well, because the numbers don't lie. You said it when you walked in here this morning. They know what the line looks like. It was 15.5. They beat them by 18. They know exactly what they're doing.
I think you were smiling because you knew that I was cheering for the Lakers.
No, we've already established that.
It was the line. It was knowing that the line is not going to lie. And I asked you, I said, how do they know?
Man, if I knew that, I wouldn't be working here. I'd be working in Vegas. I would.
That's the reason why those big buildings are up in Vegas.
Yeah, they keep building stuff in Vegas, not because
man,
of that.
I can't believe it. Like every time I say I'm gonna conduct an experiment, I want to really look at these lines, and then I'm going to look at what the teams that I cheer for, what the score is. The last 3 times the line's been right.
Yeah. I mean, like they say, they don't build those buildings out there in Las Vegas just because they know.
So I need to stop picking with my heart and just start picking with the line.
Well, I mean, first off, if your heart is telling you to pick the Lakers, you might need to go see a cardiologist because this is no way, shape, or form that the Lakers, they might get one because they do have LeBron James on there. But the rest of it, you can't do.
Well, I wasn't expecting. I said that I feel like it's going to be the Lakers may be able to get one game.
That's it.
Maybe.
Maybe get one.
But
game.
I didn't think that they can beat them by 18.
Without Luka, and you got Austin 3-16 playing basketball for y'all. Austin Reeves going 3 for 16.
Bro, what was the deal with that?
It's a bad look. It's a bad look for him. It's a bad look for the Lakers, and it's putting them in a tough position. But I want you to hear about the loss to OKC by the Lakers.
LeBron was awesome. Again, he's 41 years old. He had 27 points. Like, he can't do anything more than this. It's going to be on the supporting cast, isn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely will be on the supporting cast. I honestly was surprised by LeBron's performance because what lives rent-free, you know I'm a Houston native, what lives rent-free in my brain, I think it was after Game 3 versus the Houston Rockets, they asked the sideline reporter, how are you doing, LeBron? And LeBron said, I'm tired as bleep. And we saw the miles sort of stack up, but he's a true professional. This man invests $1 million in his body every year. The professionalism for him to show up and also capitalize on what the Thunder gave. I was thoroughly impressed with LeBron James. Everyone else has to raise their game. The DeAndre Aytons, the Rui Hachimuras, again, the Austin Reeves, those guys have to be top tier for them to have any sort of a chance.
No, they lost that game because of Austin Reeves being inept. Jake LaRabia, every time he touched the ball, he turned it over, or he missed a shot that was so poorly missed that I wanted to jump through the TV and shake him. Rui Hachimura played pretty good.
How big is your screen on your TV?
It's not that big.
Yeah, then you ain't making it through it.
Rory Hachimura played really good. I mean, he didn't break any records, but he played well. The rest of those guys need to step up.
Yep, and that's what she was saying. And we'll see more, and we'll hear more. We'll also hear from LeBron James about his effort and what this team needs to do. But coming up next, we're going to talk to our guy, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman, as he breaks down all things Texas Longhorns right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
A crash moved over to the right shoulder on Mopac southbound at 35th Street, but speeds are still pretty backed up starting from far west. Right now, about a 10-minute slowdown. A 15-minute out of your drive on I-35 northbound. You're backed up going from 45 up to William Cannon, but no issues over on 183 southbound going from 620 to 360. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Have you figured out your favorite day at the Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock yet? The hottest new sports bar in Texas is great every day thanks to the Rowdy Cowgirl. An amazing menu of food, drinks, 70 big screen TVs. But Tuesday is Bikinis and Boots Day with all the Texas spirits and beers on special. If you aren't checking out the Rowdy Cowboy every day of the week, well, you're missing out. So saddle up and hit the trail for Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 Loop.
Hey, sports fans, Craig Way here. On the field, injuries can take even the best out of the game. But when you're sidelined because of someone's negligence, that's when you call the legal MVP, Dan Christensen.
Thanks, Craig. At DJC Law, we tackle the tough cases so clients can focus on recovery. And that's why we have a 99% win rate.
If you're injured in a wreck, call 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999 or teamjustice.com. Principal office, Austin, Texas.
Hi, this is Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations. Today's home electronics can be a bit daunting. My company has spent the last 38 years making sure they are not. We carry all major brands of television and stereo equipment at prices you can't find in stores, and you don't have to leave your house. We come to you. I believe in having fun and dreaming big. If you have a dream for your home entertainment, let me know. I can make that dream come true. Anything from theaters to multi-room audio systems, lighting control, computer networks, hell, even golf simulators. We cultivate clients for a lifetime by treating everyone like their family. And we provide everything at incredibly competitive prices and install it seamlessly into your home. So relax, hug your kids, make love to your wife, and smile. Then give us a call at 512-255-8678. It's 512-255-8678 or online at avconsultations.com.
Pantalones Organic Tequila. Because tequila is fun. Pantalones.
Spring is showing up and showing out. Give your yard its own moment with limited time deals from Lowe's. Grab select 1.5-gallon annuals hanging baskets, 2 for only $15. Plus, we've got Miracle-Gro 0.75 cubic foot garden soil, 5 bags for just $10. A little dirt, a little color, and we are so back. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid 5/7 through 5/13. Selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
The Spurs will look to even the Western Conference semis at a game apiece tonight against the Timberwolves in San Antonio. The Thunder crush the Lakers by 18, take a 1-0 lead in the West semis. In the East semis, Pistons took down the Cavs 111-101 in Game 1. Peter Lambert tossed 7 scoreless. Astros beat the Dodgers 2-1 in Houston. I'm Ronza Moss.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Buyers Barricades.
For traffic control rentals, sales, and 24-hour service, trust Buyers Barricades. From roadway safety to special event traffic planning, they've got Texas covered. Visit buyersbarricades.com and keep Texas roads safe. That's buyersbarricades.com. Visit the site today.
Class of 2026, it's your year. Celebrate the music that fueled late night crams, hallway hangs, and every unforgettable moment with iHeartRadio's Ultimate Class of 2026 playlist. The sound track to your senior year and beyond. But we didn't stop there. Whether you graduated in 95, 05, or just last year, we've got a playlist for your class too. Search Class of and the year you graduated on the free iHeartRadio app and relive your glory days, one song at a time.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It is hump day, and that normally means we get a chance to talk to our guy, Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis on social media. Danny, we'll get into baseball in just a little bit, and I know you don't do the schedules and all that other stuff because you feel like, the rankings don't mean anything early in the season. But I need you to move that to the side and join the conversation about Texas's schedule. It looks like Texas has, on paper, one of the toughest schedules, if not the toughest schedule in college football. What do you make of that?
Okay.
He said, okay. Stop it, Danny.
It's May 6th. I mean, I think in the transfer portal era, I mean, I think a lot of that stuff kind of gets thrown out the window because who knows what these teams are going to be like. I mean, Ole Miss was a national semifinalist last year with everything that's happened with that program. Who knows if that team's going to be good, great, or just terrible coming off of just everything that's happened to that program. I mean, every year there's a team that comes out of nowhere and surprises everyone. Who knows? Maybe Missouri is a shock the world team this year instead of a team that everyone's circling as a W. Maybe who knows what this LSU team is going to be? I mean, this LSU team was so bad last year they fired their coach, but they got the hottest coach on the market and a bunch of good transfers and a transfer quarterback. So who knows going off last year, which was a lot of these like strength of schedule things are based off what this team is going to be like. I mean, Ohio State, we expect Ohio State to be great, but their entire team was taken in the first round of the NFL draft. So who knows what that team is going to be like the second week of the season. So
that's a good point.
I mean, talk to me in September, talk to me in October when these matchups are actually happening. We've actually had a chance to see what these teams look like and actually have a sample size. I mean, maybe this Texas State team is a surprising mid-major team that gives Texas a test, or maybe it's a team that Texas beats by 50. I mean, who knows? So to answer your question, I will not join the conversation, even though I've talked for the last minute about this question, because I hate these offseason strength of schedule questions, because who knows in May what's going to actually happen in September, October, and November.
I love the fact that you touched on that, though, because I appreciate that, because I knew you didn't want to talk about it.
It's your show, man. You ask the questions you want.
Hardge, I know what he wants to talk about.
Oh, God, here we go.
What?
Go ahead, man.
Can I give it to him?
Just do your thing.
Hey, Danny, it don't stop. It won't stop. It ain't never going to stop. I'm a Mystics fan, and my girl, Roy Harmon, everybody said she wasn't going to be able to do it in the pros, but she went.
Who said that, Mark? Who is everybody? Who said that she wasn't going to make it? Who said that?
Hardge. I'm just gonna go on and put him out there. He said, "Hey man, she don't shoot a high percentage. It's gonna be hard for her to get her shot." She had 6 points, 3 assists, and a steal. Sounds like Roy Harmon to me.
I did not know we had noted WNBA expert Mike Hardge on the call. I didn't know that's who we're taking our WNBA analyst.
Hey, he's my big bro. I have to listen to him. I have to. Even for argument's sake. Like, we just sit around just argue about stuff, and neither one of us truly believe. We just argue for the sake of arguing.
I think he's just trying to trigger you with a.
I think he was
Rory hate. But
now that you said, he knows how invested I am. Listen, I'm going, Danny. We should go to the game. We should go to Washington and catch a game, and leave Hardge here.
You take some of that Mark Henry money. Buy me a ticket, because these plane tickets are out of control now that airlines are shutting down and all that stuff.
No Spirit.
I am there, but yeah, I mean, Rory. I think we all expected Rory. She's one of the hardest working kids that a lot of us have covered here at Texas. There's clearly disadvantages and things that she had to is going to have to overcome not only this preseason, but in the rest of her career, whether it's her height, whether it's some of her shooting issues. But this is a player who is obviously very defensive minded. Has all the assist numbers, so knows how to set up her teammates, and is a very determined young woman. We saw that with the way she came back from her knee injury, and we saw that the way she kind of played these last 2 seasons, getting Texas back to the Final Four back-to-back years, which is something that hadn't happened since the 80s. She's a very talented player. The WNBA is no joke. I mean, we just saw Haley Van Lith, who bodied Rory a couple years ago in the NCAA tournament, just got cut. So she was a first-round pick. So this is obviously a league that's very hard to. Very hard to stick around in. But Rory, I'm not betting against her. I mean, if Mike wants to make those bets, that's his money. I don't know if it's Mark Henry money, but Mike Hardge money. If he wants to bet that money against Rory, knock himself out. But her succeeding, I don't think should be a surprise to anyone except for Hardge.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Danny. But yes, I do like to poke the bear, and I knew how to get his trigger going. And so that's exactly what it was. We're talking to Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. He does not like to talk about the preseason polls, nor WNBA to be exact. But we will talk a little bit.
I still like to talk about your analysis of the WNBA. I'm probably talking about WNBA.
I do want to talk about Texas baseball. Last night, another midweek victory. They finished the season 9-2, I believe it is, on the midweek. But you start to look around, and the projections are coming out. No, you don't like those either because you still got to finish the season. But it looks like Texas could be and should be a top 8 national seed. Right now, one poll has them at number 3. Some other ones have them probably being number 4. When you look at this team as a whole, they're getting ready to go to Tennessee this weekend and finish it off at home against Missouri. But when you look at this team, what do you see them being in the national dynamics?
I think Texas, barring a complete collapse against Missouri and a 0-1, one and done, in Hoover, I think Texas pretty much sewn up a top 8 seed. But at the same time, who cares? They were number 2 overall seed last year and didn't make it past the first weekend. Vanderbilt got bounced. They were the number 1 overall seed, and they got bounced in the first weekend. There's going to be lots of work done, regardless whether they're home or on the road. Obviously, you want to play a super regional, one of those best of 3, series in front of your own fans. But Texas is, they have some glaring weaknesses on this team. They have some really good strengths. You've seen them both on the TV or working last night in the booth, the comfy confines of that broadcast booth that Mike Hardge gets. Mark, you should see the way they treat him over there. He is that booth is nice. I'm crowded in the press box with a bunch of people. Me and Eric are, Eric Henry are just talking about who knows what. And Mike is so comfortable over there that he's taking pictures of us and
wow,
paparazzi style. But it's obviously a lot nicer to play at home than on the road.
But you got catering and everything.
Well, he slums it with us and eats the rest of the press box food, which is really nice. But I'm sure if he wanted something delivered to that box, they'd hook him up. They treat those TV guys a lot nicer than they treat us regular folk over the press box. It's a nice life that Mike Hardge is living on these Tuesday nights. But yeah, obviously a lot of work to be done if you're this Texas baseball team. But I think they're going to be home the first 2 weekends of the postseason. But they're going to have to get some work done once we get to late May, early June.
I'll get a chance to talk to Coach Schloss tomorrow. But you got a chance to go in last night. What was the prognosis on Anthony Pack Jr.? I saw, obviously he came into the game late to play defense, and then he ends up getting back to the plate, and he looked like he winced a little bit on a couple swings last night.
Yeah, Jim didn't give us the exact diagnosis. It said something happened in the weight room either yesterday or the day before. So they kind of wanted to give him some rest and get him rested for the weekend. They did have to play him late. He was listed as available, so I don't know how much he was hurting. Jim did say that he had kind of wanted to avoid getting him to the plate, which is why Ashton Larson had that at bat in the 7th inning and then immediately was pulled for defensive reasons when they probably could have used Anthony's bat. So I think they had 2 runners in scoring position at that point, and Ashton struck out. So obviously Anthony's probably dealing with a little bit, but I think they're confident that he's going to be ready for this weekend. And obviously you want him, at full strength against a Tennessee as opposed to 50% against a UTSA, even though UTSA is obviously a very, a very good team, but you want him for the games that matter, which is this weekend.
Well, made me mad because it ruined his on-base streak last night because he had to come up in a situation. So I was like, dang it. But it is what it is, and hopefully he'll be just fine. As always, man, we appreciate you coming on and harassing me and giving me a hard time for my analysis. But, hey, we'll have you on next week again.
Well, I expect to be asked more questions about preseason polls and preseason teams and stuff that does not matter in May when we're talking about football season that kicks off in September. But I'm ready for it. I'm prepared.
All right, there he is, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis. Coming up next, you'll hear some of the action from last night as Texas baseball wins against UTSA in grand fashion. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Texas baseball is back. Catch every big hit.
This one out to deep left center. You can say goodnight to it.
Every strikeout.
Strike three call. Got him looking.
Every big play.
Dives, he made the catch. He made the catch.
Of Longhorns baseball all season long on 1300 The Zone and streaming free on the iHeart Radio app.
Your summer travel budget is about to get $1,000 heavier.
No way.
You better start planning and listen weekdays for many chances a day to win bonus bucks.
Hey guys, I'm Lourdes. I'm Hannah, and we're Rowdy Cowgirls from Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock, Texas. Come see us. We're excited to meet you and get rowdy.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The right lane is now blocked off by an accident, and backups are growing over on Mopac southbound at 35th Street. This crash has you backed up starting from Steck Avenue, causing about a 15 to 20-minute slowdown. And heading northbound on I-35, you are also stop and go 20 minutes added to the drive here as well from 45 up to William Cannon Drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
If the Horns are playing, you already know where we are. In front of the TV, surrounded by friends, and have a cooler loaded with Bud Light. As the official domestic beer of Texas athletics, Bud Light is the perfect call for every watch party. Smooth, refreshing, and built for every aspect of the game. So crack open one, cheer loud, and enjoy the game the right way with Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Imagine an Olympics where doping is not only legal, but encouraged. It's the enhanced games. Some call it grotesque. Others say it's unleashing human potential. Either way, the podcast Superhuman documented it all, embedded in the games and with the athletes for a full year.
Within probably 10 days, I'd put on 10 pounds. I was having trouble stopping the muscle growth.
Search Superhuman on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Right now, I have 24 different units. I think that's 15 separate properties. I trust Ownwell with all my properties. I trust them to fight for me with the appraisal district as best they can. And they've done a very good job. Ownwell is making my life more efficient, making me a better landlord. Using Ownwell, I've saved on average about $10,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. But hurry, deadlines to file end next week. Text SAVE to 64,000. Text SAVE to 64,000. That's SAVE to 64,000.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app. Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
With a pitch. Swung on and that is through on the left side. A base hit. It'll score 2 runs. Casey Borba fights back from an 0-2 count, gets to the 1-2, and drives it through for an RBI single to score 2 more, and it's 4-0 Texas. Here's the pitch. Swung on and the ball hit well out toward left. This with some carry back to the warning track. You can say goodnight to it. Maddox Mansour has hit his first collegiate home run, and it ties the score. We start all over again at 7-7. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. The pitch. Swung on and the ball hit well. Out to left. Say goodnight to a grand slam home run. Carson Tinney has left the building. The salami puts Texas back in front 11-8. Burns ready with an 0-2. Hit in the air. Out to center. Chasing it toward left center with the catch to end the ball game is Maddox Mansour. And the Longhorns rally back to win this one. The final midweek non-conference game of the season is win number 36 for Texas. And the Longhorns, on the heels of this victory, will head on the road for their final SEC road trip of the season this coming weekend. Final score, Texas 11, UTSA 8.
You heard it right there, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, the one and only Craig Way with the call on the home run. As you heard, Texas wins the game 11-8. Texas jumped out to a lead. UTSA continued to fight, and they came back. And again, it's always going to be tough when the Texas Longhorns take on the UTSA Road Runners. This is a team that is going to be a problem in the postseason. They're not afraid of the moment. And we talked to their coach during the game, during the broadcast, and he just said, hey, we got to make sure we continue to pitch because Texas isn't going to back down as well. And that's for sure what happened. Shout out to Brody Walls. The reliever came in and had a career-high 5 strikeouts and going over 3 2/3 inning with only giving up 1 run. But the story was Carson Tinney, a colossal home run, grand slam. Timing was everything. Maddox Mansour with his first home run as a Texas Longhorn. And here's a couple other of the calls, and you might recognize the voice.
And if it's there, you let it fly.
It's belted, left field. This one's on its way and deep into the Lone Star State night. A go-ahead grand slam for Carson Tinney.
He got the foot down, he got excited, and he let it fly. His eyes got big. And this is what you want to see from your big-time transfer from Notre Dame. Bang, bang, he hit that thing.
Mansour off the end of his bat, but he still crushes it. Deep to left center field, it's gone. It is carrying tonight in Austin. Mansour ties the game at 7 with his first collegiate home run.
He had a breaking ball that he swung over. It came back, it was elevated again, got the same breaking ball but in a different location, and he hit it off of the scoreboard. Bang, bang, Mansour hit that thing.
He got it in last night.
Got it in.
Yeah, good, big time bats, big swings by the Texas Longhorns.
Mark, you like that little flare on the second one?
Yeah, the last one he put a little stank on it. Hey, but I'm Hardge. I don't know if I ever saw a ball go like that grand slam. And you said in the break that it was 483?
483 with an exit velocity of 115 off the bat. And you can hear the sound. You know what it sounds like.
Oh, it cracked.
Right? Yeah, it was immediate. It was powerful. And he leaned on me when he hit that one right there. And that's the beautiful thing, too, about having those types of players. Carson Tenney got a guy that came out of the bullpen. He was throwing all fastballs. And it was kind of interesting, too, because the young man that came out of the bullpen literally walked from the bullpen all the way to the mound. He walked from the bullpen all the way to the mound. And by the time he got done, and with his warm-ups, Carson Tenney said, thanks for coming in the game. We'll deposit this one across the street. And that's exactly what they did.
Wow.
Another great matchup for Texas and UTSA. Those Roadrunners have nothing to hold their head down about. They should hold them high. Coming up next, we're going to talk PBR. That's right. Pro bull riding is in full effect. And we'll talk to the Hall of Fame. Gee, man. Michael Gaffney talked to us about his Austin Gambler Riders right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Shots 50 years in the Lone Star State, a one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
Which way to Specs?
Come on, let's go.
Specs, fine spirits, and fine foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shout Specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shout Specs, low price, amazing. Here's to you.
Shout.
Cheers to savings.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds. You can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Before they can cheer your name, you've got to make one. At Spurs Sports Academy, we're helping young athletes do just that with year-round basketball camps and tournaments for kids of all ages. It's all part of our mission of inspiring lifelong memories and building character through competition. To find your way to play, text HOOPS to 210-444-5021 or head over to spurs.com/sportsacademy.
Skip this. Tap that red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app while listening to your favorite station. You guys rock. Instant feedback. And the best feature, if you mess up,
hopefully I'm sending these messages correctly.
Do it again. Leave a talkback now on the free iHeartRadio app.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best, and that is enough.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Washington Secondary School Athletic Administrators Association.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horde, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the Morning Kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Hordes, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. This is one of my favorite interviews along with one of my favorite people. He is a PBR champion, world champion in 1997. He is also in the PBR Hall of Fame, and he's the coach of the Austin Gamblers, our team here in Austin, Texas. He's the one and only G-Man, Michael Gaffney. Good morning, Cowboy. How you doing, buddy?
Good morning, Hardball. Yeah, it's good to hear your voice, brother. It's been too long.
Always good to hear from you, my man. I was looking forward to this. JJ had given me a call, and he said, hey, man, we got a lot going on with some of our riders, and PBR national champions, world finals are here in Texas. So I'm excited about that because I wanted to ask you, during the off season, there truly is no off season. You guys get back on the bulls, and those athletes keep you guessing on what's going on. But talk about how this all comes about once the PBR season for team riding is over.
Well, once the team season, you're right, Mark. They never have a break, and we never did either. It's pretty much year round, and I know it's a little bit confusing to our new fans because of the old school where we came from. We always focused on the world championship, that championship buckle that our guys, 6 of our 7 riders that we have, protected riders on the team Austin Gamblers, will ride starting this Thursday night in Fort Worth. And there'll be a field of 40 guys, lots of the other team members of the teams of PBR teams will ride there as well for that world championship buckle. And then they'll have somewhat of a break after that until we start our first teams event in Fort Collins at the Rams Stadium the first part of July. So again, these guys never have a break, Hardball. They're going someplace almost every weekend. And these guys, when our team season concluded there in Vegas last end of basically October last year, they had about a week break, and then they started the individual season, which now culminates in Fort Worth, which I just mentioned, for the $1 million prize. They're going to pay out about $3.5 million starting this coming weekend, Thursday through Sunday. They'll take a couple of day break, and then they'll start back next Thursday through Sunday, and then they'll award the single world champion on aggregate points throughout this season that started back in October, which I mentioned. So again, it's a little bit confusing because teams now we're going into our fifth season. In my day, we didn't have teams. We just had the individual buckle that you were shooting for all year long. So yeah, these guys, it's a battle of attrition, hardball. I mean, you've seen it. You know the sport. It's just when you're getting on these types of ranked buck and bulls day in and day out, it really is a battle to stay healthy and when to maybe step out of the ring and so to speak, give yourself a little bit of a break, lick your wounds, and then come back hopefully the next weekend or 2 weekends off and give a full swing.
The interesting part about that, and I'm glad you pointed out about how it went from individual awards to team awards, and now these are those opportunities where an individual rider can win a belt buckle and $1 million. You were fortunate enough to be a PBR world champion, but it's a totally different time. Just like any other sport, it evolves. The money gets better and better every step of the way. And I'm sure you're probably like, man, I wish I was riding during this time because the money's a little bit different.
It's grown. Let's say it that way. When we formed the PBR, there was about 12 of us in a hotel room in 1992, and not to go too deep in the woods here, but from 1992 until now, when I won the world, I got a nice bonus check in 1997, but it wasn't until about 2003 that we awarded the first $1 million prize to our world champion. That was Chris Shivers, and now we're there. I think when I won the average rode most of my buck and bulls in '97 at the finals. I made probably $250,000 that year. They're going to pay the champion of this finals here in a couple of weeks $500,000 to win the average on a total of 9 bulls. They're going to get on over basically 8 days, 8 performances, and then the $1 million check on top of that will go to the world champion to aggregate points throughout the season. So yeah, it's very substantial, along with TV and the sponsorships that these guys are wearing on their sleeves and on the riding vests. So you're right, hardball. I mean, the evolution has been amazing. So it's great to see these kids, but I'll tell you what, and you know it well. Again, you've watched them there at the Gambler Days in August when we come there with our teams event. I mean, these buck and bulls, they are nothing like what I used to get on. The evolution of the bulls has surpassed the cowboys. I mean, they're an amazing animal athlete. They're so well taken care of, and they're just beautiful animals and great to watch.
You mentioned greats like Chris Shivers. Like, who's the newcomer of the year right now? Who's the new and young guy on the scene?
Well, believe it or not, Mark, there's a guy that's riding right now. He's a kid. He's the son of a man who actually coaches the Florida Freedom, Paulo Crimber, who rode back in my day, who's a Brazilian, and has raised his 2 kids, and his wife and him live in Decatur, Texas. His son, John Crimber, is right at 20 years old now, and he is leading the pack right now by some, I wouldn't say substantial points. They're going to get on 9 bulls in 8 days, starting, like I said, this Thursday, and they'll culminate and finish weekend after next. But he is a young hotshot, and he's an amazing athlete. He's 5 foot, 5'4". He weighs about 115, 120 pounds. He's a little light kid, and he's been doing this since he was he could barely walk. I mean, he's just an amazing little rodeo cowboy and just a cowboy tough kid. He's been hurt. He's come back. He's resilient. He's determined. And then right on his heels is Brady Fielder, who's almost just the opposite. He's an Australian. He's about 6'1", not built as a typical bull rider, really lanky, but just sets so great on a bull and moves so well. And we talked about a dance, and he really does for 8 seconds. Brady is special. I mean, he just really flows, and he's part of the Raptors. He was coached by my old travel partner and my nemesis in the teams, and that's Cody Lambert. So it's a lot of fun in the teams where we have this great competition when it begins in July. But those are the 2 guys, and then Dalton Castle, yep, who is on our team. You guys know well. Dalton's been hurt throughout the year. He's won two events, but he's taken the last handful of weeks off because of injuries, and he's right in the pack. He's in the hunt too. So there's a lot of points that can be gathered by, let's say the top 10 in the standings, and it can happen for any of them because of one bull ride. You're one step away from being hurt and on the sidelines. So it's at this point it's anybody's game. But those are the two favorites right now. Another one I'll mention is Sage Kimsey, who we picked up last year. He's a 7-time world PRCA rodeo champion, and he's on our team as well, and he's number 3. So out of our 7 guys that we have protected on our teams, Austin Gamblers, we've got 6 of them riding up there in Fort Worth starting this coming Thursday. So we're excited about that, and to watch them hopefully dominate the rounds and come out winning big checks and maybe even a world championship.
I like it. I like big checks and I like championships, and that's what it's all about. We're speaking to former world champion PBR Hall of Famer, my guy, Michael Gaffney, goes by G-Man. And Coach, you talked about it a little bit. You talked about those bulls and how there's some special athletes. I'm looking at these names on here, and there's a few names I'm positive I do not want to see anybody ride. If you got a bull named Man Eater, Buck Nasty, and Flying Wired, I think that would be something that you gotta want to stay away from.
Yeah, and again, Hardball, you've seen there at the event there in Austin we have there at the Moody Center in August coming up before long, and you watch these animal athletes, and they really are special. And again, the evolution is just incredible. The breeding programs, these guys, they put so much work, time, investment in these animals, and they just get the best treatment. They're treated better than these owners' kids. So it's great to see, and they really are special when you watch something that weighs 15, 18, 2,000 pounds that can move and switch gears and go start one direction and go back the other. It's really incredible, right? I mean, it's truly special watching these animals, and to watch somebody like a John Crimber or Dalton Castle, Sage Kimsey try to almost match moves and counter moves with these types of animals is really something. And I've always touted this, that really there's no timeouts in our game, right? And within 8 seconds, there's a lot that happens. Yep. And you don't just throw up the 2 hands and say timeout. I mean, these bulls are living, breathing, thinking on their own, and they don't know the word stop. So when that gate opens, it's just they're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at you, and you've got to step up and make the match moves. And it really is for a 3-hour show. You're not going to see anything more exciting. I mean, it's truly a great family entertainment and athletic show as far as I'm concerned.
I can second that and third it, because I look forward to Austin Gambler Days every year. You've got you created a monster when it comes to my family and being able to see this thing up close and personal. We see the danger that is involved in it, and as you mentioned, it's 8 seconds, and anything can happen during that time. If I come out there this year, I want to make sure I want to see this bull named I'm Legit Too, because I like to think I'm legit too as well. Coach, as always, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank
and
you.
The best of luck to your riders this weekend, and let's see if somebody's lives are going to change financially.
You bet. Yeah, we're looking forward to Hardball. And hey, and thanks again. Tell everybody in the family a big hug and hello, and looking forward to getting back to Texas. We've been in Florida for this last year, and so we're coming back in the next couple of months. We're looking back to, coming back to Texas where we belong, and I'm excited to see you and the family.
No doubt about it. We will definitely do that, and we're looking forward to it as well. There he is, the G-Man, the head coach of the Austin Gamblers, talking all things PBR. When we come back, we got to talk about this, man. The Big Ten is boasting and bragging, and I think they have a legit reason to be doing this. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
It's Bucky and BK.
Would you get in a car with Tiger?
No.
He invites you on a road trip, but the rule is he's driving.
Oh, no, hell no.
Come on, you get to hang out with Tiger Woods.
No, I'm serious. I would not. If he said, hey, listen, we're going from the club and we're going to go to my house, and I know that he had a couple beers on the course, I'd be like, Tiger, just tell me where you live. I'll get there.
Catch Bucky and BK weekday afternoons from 5 to 7 on AM 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There are some big slowdowns this morning due to a crash on Highway 71 westbound before 1:30 that blocks off the 2 left lanes. You're backed up here from Kellen Road, causing about a 30 to 40-minute slowdown. There's also a crash blocking off the right lane on 183 southbound at Loyola, causing delays to start from Manor Road. About a 5-minute slowdown there. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
No matter what your viewing pleasure is, Rowdy Cowboy has it for you. Hockey, basketball, playoffs, baseball, golf, auto racing. It's all worth watching on one of the 70 big screen TVs. The area's newest, best sports bar is Rowdy Cowboy. But the best view at the Rowdy Cowboy is the Rowdy Cowgirl, bringing top-notch food and beverages to your table, just like you like. You won't want to miss the Rowdy Cowgirls. For Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 Loop.
Tired of juggling multiple pay apps? Make splitting lunch or sending a gift simple with Instant Pay from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Instant Pay is your all-in-one way to send money. No more guessing if they use Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle. Just send a text right from the ATFCU mobile app, and they can choose where to deposit the funds. It's fast, easy, and free for both you and the recipient, even if they're not an ATFCU member. All you need is an ATFCU checking account and debit card. Visit atfcu.org or stop by one of our 24 area locations. Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio host's product recommendations. If you manage a business or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way. Call 844-844-iHeart. Again, that's 844-844-iHeart.
LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. They can't stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m., though. They can help you sell, they can help you market, and they can help you hire in one place. They cannot help you be in 3 places at one time, though. And while they can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business at LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/Dan Patrick Show. Tires matter. They're the only part of your vehicle that touches the road. Tread confidently with new tires from Tire Rack. Whether you're looking for expert recommendations or know exactly what you want, Tire Rack makes it really easy. Fast, free shipping, free road hazard protection, convenient installation options, and the best selection of Yokohama tires. Go to TireRack.com/Dan, see their Yokohama test results, tire ratings, and reviews, and be sure to check out all the special offers. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leaf Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to LeafJohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out.
your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Our blood runs orange.
G-Man, Michael Gaffney, head coach of the Austin Gamblers. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you've never been to a pro bull riding event, regardless of whether you're country or not, or think one way or another, it is one of the most exciting things that I have ever seen with my own two eyes in person. Those bulls, I saw a dude get his back broken and walk back into the arena the next day. Like, it is unbelievable how tough these little guys, you heard him, talked about the one guy, 5'6", and is a champion and is the top at what he does. And so at 20 years old. So it's amazing. And by the way, his son, Merrick, I have a feeling he's going to be one of those guys as well because he's a tough, tough dude.
Well, if you tough and you're raised around it, you know the ins and outs, likely you got a better chance than most.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those special studs that is always in the mix. All right, let's talk about this because the Big Ten has a lot to brag about. When you look at what they've done in college football, you've seen what they did this past basketball season. They're at the top of it, men's and women. And now, financially, they feel that they are at the top of the heap as well.
So here's the part of college football nobody in the SEC wants to talk about. The Big Ten just created a $340 million gap. That's not a headline. That's leverage. Because the Big Ten announces the conference generated $1.47 billion in 2024 and 25, distributed $1.37 billion to its 18 members. That comes out to roughly $76.1 million per Big Ten school, although Washington and Oregon received a reduced share. They get around 37% less than Nebraska and the other Big Ten schools because them being new members of the conference. So the total payout exceeded the SEC's $1 billion figure by $340 million. That kind of gap doesn't stay on spreadsheets. That shows up in depth, facilities, and eventually wins, which the last 3 years, the Big Ten has crowned the college football national champion. Revenue jumped by $540 million over the conference previous record, with $490 million more distributed to schools in fiscal year 2025. This is a problem.
It is a problem. When you start to look at that financial gap, and we've talked about this before. Everybody was talking about the SEC and how money. Same thing with Texas. People don't truly understand how much money the Big Ten has. The Big Ten is making major moves.
Well, you know now, by hearing that report, like $300 million more, that's substantial.
That's very substantial. And you start to understand, too, they distributed, they gave out $1.37 billion to 18 members.
Everybody got 71 mil.
No, they cut some of them off because
they're new.
Yep, they're new to the team. But the fact of the matter is, for 2024 and 2025, they found enough and created and generated enough money from their wins, from their teams advancing. And now they are sitting there and saying, hey, 3 years in a row, national champion. Men and women's basketball, the Big Ten just won the national championship. It is time for SEC members to truly understand that the competition is wide open. They've had money. Big Ten's had money. They just never bragged about it. They don't. They're getting results now. So it goes back to our conversation that we had at the very beginning of the show. Now it's all about results because we know everybody got money now.
Yeah. And mentioning that pay cut because of being new to the conference, $36 million is nothing to scoff at.
No, they're all making money.
That's if that's the low end, it's a pretty damn expensive neighborhood to live in.
That is why it's so interesting to me that these numbers, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And the way that these numbers are being distributed and the money and the payouts that are happening, we definitely got to start paying attention to what's really going on in the Big Ten. And what do I mean by that? Everybody talks about you want to play in the SEC, you want to play in the SEC. We just talked about what Ohio State had. Damn near their whole team got drafted in the first round.
Yeah, where's the results? Where's the wins?
That's what it comes down to. And now they can say, I can compete with all those blue bloods. I can compete with all those other teams to help build our program up. Yeah, if you want to go play at Texas, LSU, Georgia, great.
Go ahead. We'll make more money.
Do it because you want to go. Don't do it because you think that you're going to get more money there, because in case you hadn't noticed, where are the poor people at? They got it. That's when I heard that and I saw that on paper.
Yeah, we rich over here.
That's a different type of level of money.
Man.
$1.37 billion
with a B.
Yes, being distributed within their members. And they got 18 members. Think about when they were back to just the Big Ten. They didn't have that many people. They got 18 members that they gave that money to.
Wow.
Just think of it when it went back down.
Well, really 16, but then the other two still, they did all right.
They did real
They did all right.
They're real good. So my question to you, Mark, is should the SEC be looking at this a little bit different and what they have to do to generate more revenue to really stay up to date with what's going on? It may be
you
nothing.
always
It
want
may
to
not be
generate
nothing.
you always want to generate more revenue.
Oh, for sure.
And pay less out. But in order for that to happen, the SEC is going to have to win the national championship and get that bonus sponsor money from the big organizations that cover it.
Yep.
Dr. Pepper's and you name it. Basketball, men and women's, where y'all at?
Yeah, it's I love the fact that we can sit here now openly and talk about the money. Because now it's right in front of our face.
Yeah,
it's not in no bag.
It's not
no
the
more.
old days. There's no backpacks.
They're not dropping it off at McDonald's in one of the brown bags.
No handshakes.
No, none of the handshakes are happening. This straight
the
up.
$100 handshake still need to go around.
Well, so does direct deposit, and make sure it hit on time as well. You want my routing number?
First and 15th, baby.
Hey, run me my money. As they say, where the poor people at? That's what she said. And they are finding a way to get it done. So the SEC has its challenges. Obviously, the ACC is going to have its challenges as well. The new the new Pac-12, their TV deals and all that stuff. The game has changed, and it's being played at a whole nother level. And like Coach Sark says, can't be no dinosaur. You got to be adapt or die. And I think a lot of people are trying to adapt to what's going on. Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There are some big slowdowns this morning due to a crash on Highway 71 westbound before 1:30 that blocks off the 2 left lanes. You're backed up here from Kellen Road, causing about a 30 to 40 minute slowdown. There's also a crash blocking off the right lane on 183 southbound at Loyola, causing delays to start from Manor Road. About a 5-minute slowdown there. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Capital One.
Capital One is a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network. Earn unlimited double miles on every purchase with the Capital One Venture X business card. Big purchasing power means you can spend more and earn more. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Dave Matthews Band is coming to Moody Center. May 11th. On sale at livenation.com. Don't miss Dave Matthews Band Live.
If you care about predictions and props, right now, it's all about playoff pressure from the hardwood to the ice. BetOnline has always been the home of real sports wagering deep markets, sharp odds, and player props built for real fans. Basketball playoffs are heating up, stars taking over, series swinging on a single shot. And in hockey, it's all speed, grit, and sudden death moments where one goal changes everything. BetOnline delivers live betting and in-game odds that move with every bucket, every breakaway, every goal. Bet online. Bet on.
Pantalones Organic Tequila. Because tequila is fun. Pantalones.
Now, stepping up to the plate is a household name, weighing in at roughly 115 pounds with a wingspan of 98 inches. It's Samsung.
Kid, I know it's baseball season, but this isn't what I meant when I said to incorporate sports into the company commercial.
Sorry, old man. I just want everyone to know that audiovisual consultations can make your home feel like a stadium.
That's true. Audiovisual provides stadium surround sound, huge screen video, controlled lighting, and even temperature control. On our roster, every customer is an MVP.
Sounds like audiovisual knows how to score a home run with our customers.
All right, kid, that's enough with the baseball puns.
But I'm trying to tell everyone that audiovisual is a real catch. You'll love our services.
Kid?
There's nothing coming out of left field when you give us a call. We won't break your balls.
Kid, we only have a minute.
Pitch, please. I don't need your batitude right now.
Rest assured, listeners, audiovisual is much better at installing and designing custom home theaters than we are at making jokes.
Just check our stats. Give us a call at 512-255-8678 or visit us online at avconsultations.com.
This deer season, John Deere wants to give you the home field advantage. We're bringing you the best offers of the season, whether that's cash off on select new machines or a shot at the ultimate Major League Baseball prize package. Because right now, you can enter for a chance to win an MLB All-Star experience for you and 3 friends, complete with travel and lodging for All-Star Week this July. Deer season is going on now through June 3rd. Visit johndeere.com/deer season to enter and view the offers and complete contest rules. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Austin area weather calling for partly cloudy skies early this evening. A chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight. We'll see a low of 74. A chance of morning thunderstorms tomorrow. A high of 79 and a low tomorrow night of 60.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. Yep, that's me, Clifford Taylor IV. And on my new podcast, The Clifford Show, I'm bringing you raw, unfiltered conversations with your favorite athletes, creators, and media personalities. Each week, we'll talk about sports, life, mental health, purpose, and even music. The Clifford Show is not just a conversation, it's a celebration.
Search The Clifford Show on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Longhorns basketball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
WWE Hall of Famer, World's Strongest Man. Every time you hear that beat drop, you know exactly what that means, that you are about to be the world's strongest. Take it away, big fella.
Hard.
Yes.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Marcus. Back then, they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Well, another edition, guys. Wow. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Oklahoma City Thunder was a waste of my time. I should have just looked at the line and said, okay, they saying 15 points, and just went with that. Little did I know, this season, the Lakers and Oklahoma City played 4 times already. And the average in scoring that the Oklahoma City beat the Lakers by was 28.7 points. So them saying the line was 15 was generous. They got beat by 18. And the starting 5, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and Austin Reeves played significant minutes. And only 3 of the 5 guys played well. Marcus Smart and Austin Reeves both 3 of 15, 4 of 15. The rest of the players on the team had the most 1 basket. They had 3 players on their bench score. 3 players scored. Otherwise, it was max minutes for the starters. You cannot sustain that in a series because you're going to burn guys up in a half, maybe 3 quarters. 2 games, if the Lakers don't come back and win this next game, or at least play multiple players off your bench, they're going to get swept because they just won't physically have the energy left. The only option, and Hardge always saying, you can't even trade these players. You can't even trade the guys on the bench. The only thing you can do is blow this up. And LeBron James very likely will be playing somewhere else next year. Rui Hachimura, I think, is going to be a Laker. DeAndre Ayton has proved that he can be an option at center. Marcus Smart, long in the tooth. He'll probably be somewhere else next season. Austin Reeves, they meant to trade him this year, but couldn't get nothing for him because he was injured. And Vanderbilt, he plays like 6 minutes a game and really doesn't get shots up. He's gone. Zach LaRabia, who I thought was going to be a good get. Rotten. Stupid loss. Get rid of him. Theo, they got him in the draft this year in the first round. I think he could be worked with. Dalton Connect. He didn't want to be there, and he plays like it. Jackson Hayes, lob threat, but not going to give you 20 points or even a double-double a game. Gone. Kennard, your one job, you know how they say, you got one job. Shoot the ball. Is shooting his career low. 31%. All these guys are inept. It's time to blow it up. and reinvest all that money. The Lakers have so much money. And go out and get the best free agents, guys that complement Luka. Luka needs guys around him that can really play. My take is this. LeBron James will be gone. It'll be the Luka Doncic show. And the Lakers will go back to prominence. But with this team, it's over. Break out the brooms. What say you?
I don't know if LeBron's going to be gone. I think that he has proven to be a very valuable asset for the team. And the other part of it is, I understand why people believe that you should build around Luka Doncic. He's young. He's vibrant. He's a guy that can move the needle. But Luka Doncic can't stay healthy. How do you build a team around somebody? I'm not saying they won't. I'm not saying that. But you seem to be one of those guys that understands movement. You understand the need to have a player within you on your team that can help move the needle. But what difference does your needle need to move if your guy's not on the court? He's been injured. He's been hurt. He's missed a lot of games in his career. I'm just curious at this stage in NBA, how do you quantify paying a guy a lot of money who doesn't take care of his body? You heard it earlier. LeBron James pays $1 million to not miss games.
Yeah.
And he's 41. Luka is what, 27? And he can't get on the court? Like, what? Those are the things that kind of bother me and how I sit back and look at these teams. And I'm like, I get it. For the crowds and the seats, you pay him. But for him being in street clothes like Anthony Davis all the time?
With a nickname like Street Clothes.
It's difficult for me to really look at this team and say, or teams that does not have their star player playing in these moments. Kevin Durant, 37 years old, missed 3 games in the playoffs. LeBron is 41, made a polyurethane, being able to get back on the court. He's an Avenger. And
I'm not going to argue with you.
All these guys that are the ones that we are looking to be the face of. Look at what Ja Morant has been through over the years. Can't stay on the court. And we're looking for the face of the league.
Yeah, some of that ain't injury, though.
That's true. And then you look at what happened with Zion Williamson.
Who?
Exactly. So you start to look around, and to your point of your Lakers, the overhaul of what's going to happen for them, LA obviously is a great destination for so many people. Everybody would want to play for the Los Angeles Lakers. But what comes along with that is a lot of expectation and a lot of pressure. And are people built for that? That's the biggest question. So
we'll see.
I still believe they get one game. I'm hopeful of them getting one. I'm just hopeful of it.
They were 0-4
so LeBron don't have to listen to
Oklahoma
it again.
City.
Oh, I know.
29 points a game.
Don't look good. Huh?
And they got beat by 18. And there's no hope in sight.
Hope.
Keep hope alive.
No, it's that's life support. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the games tonight. Philly and New York, T-Wolves, and is Wemby ready to go and avenge this other day's loss? Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Phones, laptops, cars, smart speakers.
I use the iHeart Radio app.
All devices, all the time. Your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
from the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Both the left lane and the right lane are blocked off by a new crash on I-35 northbound at Highway 45. You're backed up here from Loop 4. Over on Mopac southbound, the left lane's blocked off by a crash at Enfield Road. And there's still some major backups caused by an accident blocking off 2 left lanes heading westbound on Highway 71 before 1:30. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Summit Racing has the parts, tools, and accessories to keep your ride summer road trip ready. You'll find everything for pre-trip maintenance and essentials like emergency roadside kits. Shop summitracing.com and enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase.
If the horns are playing, you already know where we are. In front of the TV, surrounded by friends, and have a cooler loaded with Bud Light. As the official domestic beer of Texas athletics, Bud Light is the perfect call for every watch party. Smooth, refreshing, and built for every aspect of the game. So crack open one, cheer loud, and enjoy the game the right way with Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Here's a quick tip from iHeartRadio Earth to help you make eco-smart choices at home. Tired of scrubbing pots and pans after dinner? It can be tempting to run the dishwasher for just a few dishes. But even efficient models use nearly the same energy and water per cycle, whether they're full or not. Save energy, water, and money by waiting until the dishwasher is full before running it. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. For tips or to take action, visit iHeartRadio.com/earth.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With the Ram Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people with great deals on the Ram 1500. Back with the legendary Hemi V8 and the Ram Heavy Duty. With the available Cummins Turbo Diesel delivering 1,075 pound-feet of torque, all backed by a 10-year or 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Because nothing stops Ram. Hurry in for the Declaration of Deals. Excludes BEVs, applies to 2026 model year vehicles, non-transferable. Visit Mopar.com for complete details and a copy of the powertrain limited warranty. Cummins is a registered trademark of Cummins Inc. Ram and Hemi are registered trademarks of FCA US LLC.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Right now, I have 24 different units. I think that's 15 separate properties. I trust Ownwell with all my properties. I trust them to fight for me with the appraisal district as best as they can, and they've done a very good job. Ownwell is making my life more efficient, making me a better landlord. Using Ownwell, I've saved on average about $10,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. But hurry, deadlines to file end next week. Text SAVE to 64,000. Text SAVE to 64,000. That's SAVE to 64,000.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know, our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
$3,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. Earn cash back with Upside just by filling up your tank. Download Upside now and start earning easy cash back. The more you use Upside, the more you get. Use promo code LIST to get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code LIST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. We cover all 40 acres.
What a day, what a day, what a day here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 and always free on the iHeart Radio app. When you start to look around and you see what is happening in the NBA, we just talked about LeBron James, and Mark did his his world's strongest take on the LA Lakers, and we should just cover them up and get them out of here, and we'll see what ends up happening. But I want you to listen to LeBron, because he was asked, what do you guys need to do to get over the hump? And LeBron was like, well, you'll hear it.
You averaged 35 this year? 33 and a half. 33 and a half? Yeah. What are you asking?
Okay, well, I'm asking, I mean, like, you guys...
There's the issues right there. We're playing against the number one defensive team in the NBA. As far as the ratings and everything. And when you play against great defense, you have to have guys that can attract multiple defenders on the floor at all times. Even I felt like we had great shots. We got some great shots tonight. We missed them. When you play against a world champion, having a guy who averages 34, 6 and 8 and 9, whatever, that's special. So we have to be better at finding ways to get to the blender, finding ways to get to the paint. We know they're a paint-slinging team, so we have to be better with, getting to the paint, not turn the ball over, and then shooting with confidence. But I feel like we got some really good looks. But
LeBron said, hey, man, we missing a guy that averages 34 points, 33 and a half points. What you think is going to happen when you don't have your guy out there to offset what I'm doing?
Well, you also have two guys that shoot 14 and 15 shots, and they go 3 of 14 and 4 of 15. You're going to miss 15 shots?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
that's 30 shots you miss between two guys.
Yep. Yeah, that's not a good look, and a lot of work to be done when you sit back and you think about how this team is going to be successful moving forward. You talked about it. There's going to be some house cleaning that will probably happen in that point.
Why not go after all those guys that are on the bench at Oklahoma City?
Yep.
Like, go after them.
That ain't happening. They ain't giving them up. They're not giving them up.
There's several guys that are on the bench. You look at Minnesota's bench. They lost Anthony Edwards, and they had guys come off the bench and dominate. Like the Lakers, if they lose one more guy, me, you, and Marcus can grab two dudes and beat them.
My hamstring hurt, so I'm not going to be able to do that.
Oh, so you looking now? You out?
Yeah.
Okay.
54.
Okay, street clothes.
Yeah, put me in them. I ain't trying to go out there and exert for no reason. There better be a big check involved. Better be a big check.
Are we playing a 1?
That's all you got, Marcus?
Are we playing to 1? Speaking of playing to 1, tonight, the Spurs are trying to get game 1. As you expect, they got to get some things going. But Stephon Castle talked about the team and how they need to clean up some things.
We saw a lot of self-inflicted mistakes that were small at the time, but the big goal hurt us a lot more than it did in the moment. So, just trying to fix little things. I feel like on their end, they pushed us off our spots a lot. Were physical with us at the rim. I feel like we didn't get as many calls as they did, but I feel like the ones that they did call against us were kind of inconsistent. So, we can't really do much but be ourselves defensively. So, we're not going to change that because of how they're calling the game. We hadn't played a basketball game in 4 or 5 days. So. Just getting back into rhythm, but we're in it now. So, I think we'll be fine offensively. I think that's probably the least of our worries, honestly. They try and disrupt a lot of actions. I feel like they push every catch out. I mean, they pressure full court with all their guards. So I think they just try and make things tough on us so we try and get into our actions. But I mean, that can't stop us from being us. So I mean, we looked at it, looked at angles on screening and you know, just stuff like that. And I think we'll be better.
That's the thing that they have to do. And again, he said it. We hadn't played in a few days. We're back out there again. Now we got to try to figure everything out. I think that the Spurs come back and win this game tonight against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think they play with a little bit more aggression.
Yeah.
I think Wemby, to your point of what you talked about yesterday, I think he tries to be a little bit more physical. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
A few lobs around the rim, a few back screens, and let him get one-on-ones, like not shooting threes.
So y'all not
get
agreeing.
some easy shots.
Y'all not agreeing with Hot Take Gilbert, who's claiming that this series is over.
No, we're not.
No, I'm not.
Gilbert don't believe that himself.
I would play the audio, but I don't feel like doing that much editing to his, you know.
Yeah, that's not.
Gilbert
that's not
is saying things to get attention and clicks. He doesn't believe what
that's
he's
why
saying.
I call him Hot Take Gilbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hot take.
So for me, when you look at this matchup between these two teams, and again, the Spurs have to find a way to be more aggressive. And again, they lost on a last-second shot that they had a great look that they could have made, and then we're having a totally different conversation. So for people to think, oh, they're cooked, I don't believe that. I believe that they come back and they play even better than what they did before, and they find a way to get it done. In the Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers matchup of the night, the New York Knicks are playing some really good basketball. They've been impressive. They have played together. As I said yesterday, they are plus like 92 in the plus-minus part of it. They're a 7.5-point favorite. The only question that I have is which Joel Embiid is the 76ers going to have tonight?
You see me shaking my head?
No.
I'm shaking my head because now they know that he's still tender in the middle. And they're going to attack him hard. And they're going to put knees in his chest. They're going to punch him in the stomach. They're going to push him. They're going to rough him up. He will be rendered useless. If he scores 10 points, I would be shocked.
You want to put a wager on that one?
I don't gamble.
I know.
Okay, I'll bet you this one time. Lunch wherever I want to go or lunch wherever you want to go.
All right, $10. I mean, 10 points.
10 points.
If he's in the lineup, the bet is good. If he's not in the lineup, no bet.
No.
If he's not in the lineup, there's no bet. All bets are off.
Oh.
I mean, we still got to wait to see if he's going to play. We got to check the engine.
I don't know. His engine light is on. I see it from here.
Special shout out to our guy, Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. A very, very special shout out to our guy, G-Man, Michael Gaffney of the Austin Gamblers, talking all things PBR. And, of course, I got to give a shout out to Mark Henry and Marcus. Stay locked in all day long. Dan Patrick, Colin Cowherd, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, with the Craig Way Show. And, of course, Bucky and BK, followed by Round Rock Express Baseball. I am Hardball Hardge, and just remember this, folks. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Have a great day. Peace.
Have you figured out your favorite day at the Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock yet? The hottest new sports bar in Texas is great every day, thanks to the Rowdy Cowgirl. An amazing menu of food, drinks, 70 big screen TVs with